it to sort of work. I had to do it through Wi-Fi, so the connection's going to be super annoying.
Wait, so this is your camera? Wait, how does this work?
This is my phone camera.
It looks so digital though. What?
Damn. All right, let's just crop the edge a little bit more. Okay, perfect. And then I'll open up PureRef so I have my references out. What was I using? I was using my color wheel. Why is my lighting so pink? Switch scenes. There we go. So we're drawing Tangerine from Bullet Train in a magical girl outfit. That was not my prompt. That was Flint's fault.
What's Tangerine? Is that like a series?
No, Tangerine is a character from Bullet Train.
And Bullet Train is
Bullet Train is a movie.
a movie, okay.
It's by the guy that did like Deadpool. But I think Bullet Train is a book. And he just adapted it into a movie. It's like it's an action movie, but I don't have to describe it. It's got like a full cast of like famous actors, but it's kind of enclosed. So the whole movie takes place on a bullet train, as the name suggests. And it's very character focused, but also very actiony. And I don't know, it's a really good movie. Like I would recommend it to everyone. And the best characters are, yeah, it captured my heart, which is difficult to say for an action movie because I do not like action movies. But it is something special. And yeah, Tangerine is played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. And Lemon is played by, what was his name? He's a guy that voices Miles' dad in Spider-Verse.
Oh.
But they're really good. They play like these two brothers who are British. And it's just really fun. They're just great. And I have an absolute love for Tangerine. It is not obsessive at all. Okay, I'm gonna try with the G pen. Oh no, I broke it!
What the hell's fast?
No! I like snapped it off. Like this is the nib bit, and then that's the thing. That is not supposed to come out. Last time I did this, I whacked my cup of water all over my desk.
Oh no. Is this fixable?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It went back in. All right, so we're putting the G pen, this one, in the nib. And I'm gonna try and line. And I'm gonna do some test rounds actually. Good at lining with ink. I'm not good at lining in general. Oh, shit, that's my D&D notes. You're not allowed to see that. Alright, let's give it a go.
And the quality's so good.
That's good, because I'm doing this over Wi-Fi, and usually Wi-Fi is really dodgy. I'm hoping it's clear. Like, it kind of trails off. I think I just need to, like, use the snip a bit more. 'Cause, yeah, like, I don't like when it does that. Not nice and even. Alright, you know what? Let's hope for the best. I just hate it because this is the first page of the sketchbook. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, here we go. Wait, shit, I was gonna do his knuckles on him. Okay, I'll wing it. What? Was that Google? Yeah, it is really solid for clearness. The only issue is when I start doing the marker bits, it doesn't get the colors right, and I kind of use it as a way to just look from afar and see if the colors are right, but then obviously if the colors aren't looking like how they look on the actual page, not a good indication. Okay, that's looking all right. Oh shit. I was supposed to do the magical girl outfit first. Okay, so I want the tangerine motif to be in the outfit somehow. Maybe it could be on the bow. Maybe I could draw like slices of tangerine. Yes, that would be good. I do actually have a webcam, but it's one of those that are like really annoying to place. They're like really chunky. I don't know how this camera holder would really work with it.
You still have your iPad open for Genshin.
Oh fuck, you're right.
I don't know how you're supposed to multitask drawing and playing Genshin. I honestly don't know how that's possible. Or if it's even possible.
Alright. My iPad is now on my lap. I am now multitasking.
Did you actually do the dailies every single day?
No, but it's just that there's an event going on where if you log in, you basically just get a bunch of Primogems.
Oh.
So I'm like, I might as well do that.
Do you play Star Rail as well, or is it just Genshin?
Just Genshin. My friends keep trying to get me into Star Rail, but one gacha is enough, dude.
It is, yeah. I tried it, but the dialogue is so long. I mean, the game is really nice. Like, the animations are nice. The ultimates,
that's what it looks like.
It looks really good, but yeah,
It looks good, but even with Genshin, it's a whole thing just to get to like the good stuff in Genshin.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to do the same thing again. Like the latest expansion in Genshin was really, really good. The Fontaine one, the story got really, really good.
Oh, Fontaine's still the latest one.
Yes. But the story bit is over. Like the main story bit for that is over.
Yeah.
Now it's just events and stuff.
I was so addicted to Genshin when it first came out, and then I just couldn't get back into it ever since. I don't know, the dailies just really wore me out.
Yeah, no, I do not log in every day. There was a point where I did, but that was only when I really wanted a character, and so I was like, I'm gonna grind for Primogems.
Which character was it?
Navia. Navia and Child. Those are the only two characters that I've ever grinded to death for.
I don't know which one Navi is. I know which one Child is, but I don't know about the other one.
Child is like the main reason I still play Genshin. For one of my birthdays, I don't remember which one it was. Some of my friends pulled together to get a cameo from Griffin Byrne to sing "Happy Birthday" to me. He's the voice actor of Child.
Oh.
Legit, I almost died. I have like an unhealthy obsession with Child. But yeah, Navia was like she's from Fontaine, so you might not know she's one of the newer characters. I just really love her design.
Yeah.
Her design is
That's why I don't know
impeccable. I think she's supposed to be Italian.
Let me Google search real quick.
Her design is like one of the most elaborate designs I've seen in Genshin. You will know when you see it.
Oh, she's blonde hair Earth character.
Yep.
She has an umbrella.
She has an umbrella. She's got drill. She's got blonde hair. Like I can't see a character like that and not absolutely go insane.
Understandable.
And then the Archon of Fontaine, Verena, her story was written.
I heard that Genshin and Honkai actually have dark, like, stories, like side content, I think.
Yeah, a lot of it is in content that you never actually see in the game.
Oh, so it's only the side stuff that you don't really pay attention to that's dark, not the main story.
No. Like, one of the interim quests, like between the different expansions or between the different patches, is it takes place in this chasm, this like hole in the middle of Teyvat, and that's like this whole lost civilization. That is the only time the game really delves into the more darker aspects that aren't really talked about. And it's technically part of like the main story because you sort of have to do it.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Those are 4 fingers. Okay. Yeah, but otherwise, a lot of it is in kind of like Dark Souls-y styles in logs and character profile stuff, but you don't really see it that much.
That makes
in the main
sense, because
story.
when I was reading people's like on Twitter and stuff, people talking about Genshin, saying how it's like really dark and Honkai, and like I don't remember it being dark at all, so I guess it makes sense with the side stuff that I didn't really read.
Yeah, I think in the Fontaine questline was probably, I think, the more obvious times that they introduce a very, not dark, but very tragic storyline that was done, again, entirely in the main story. And I think they did that one really well. I'm kind of hoping that the rest of the game is kind of following that direction. They did a whole Ace Attorney-esque sort of sequence where you literally could like present evidence and people doing objection
Okay.
posts and everything. It was great.
Damn.
I feel like they're starting to shake it up a bit instead of just being like characters talking at you for hours.
Yeah, that's what I didn't really like about it. Like, and you can even skip it either. I really
No.
like Grand Blue. Like, they have this aspect where you can skip, but it gives you a little summary of what actually happened.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice for people that don't want to pay attention, I guess, which isn't exactly a good thing.
The thing is, like, Genshin has so many characters, and there's a lot of characters I just don't care about.
Yep.
But they have to give every character equal amounts of time, which fair enough, because there's a character you don't like, someone else is gonna love, whatever. But the fact that you can't skip it makes me dislike them even more, because it's like,
Yeah.
now I have to listen to them for hours. I just want to get to character that I like. But I think it was their way of getting people to not make multiple accounts and play the game multiple times and essentially gum the system.
Why would people play Genshin multiple times?
Mostly to re-roll, because the first time you
Oh,
play it, you get loads of primo gems and you get to roll like a certain amount of times.
yeah, with the starter
And you could
accounts,
get
it's-
really lucky or you could get really unlucky and you'd have to grind a bunch.
Yeah, I've always been the kind of gacha gamer where I do buy starter accounts because, like, I want the character that I want, and I don't like not having a character.
Yep,
So
exactly.
yeah, I've always been the kind of person that if I'm going to play a gacha game, I will spend that $5 to start with that one character. Because, like, it's if I'm going to spend hours playing the game and probably whale, then it makes sense for me to spend $5 on that account.
Yeah, and it's better than whaling for reals, like spending
Yeah,
like money
yeah, and then not
for the
getting the
chance of
character.
getting them, which is way worse.
Yeah.
I whaled once in the game and I didn't even get the character I wanted.
Yeah, so I
So,
hate whaling. Like, I have one favorite character, and I'll get that starter account, play that character, and then I'll whale if I feel like it, but I probably won't whale on rolling. I'll whale on other stuff.
yeah. I feel like the only time you should ever whale, if that's the right term, is if you're just kind of buying an outfit or buying something that you have and you're not like
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
getting like having the chance of having.
I mean, I love cosmetics in games. Like, if
Yeah.
the game's good, then I'll happily buy cosmetics.
Like if you're gonna play it a bunch, you might as well just make it look good.
Yeah.
And in Genshin, they very rarely give us cosmetics, so it's like, if it's a character you like, I'm gonna get cosmetics for them.
Did I buy the Kaching one? I can't remember if I did.
I got
think
the
I was-
Kaching one.
I can't remember if I was into Genshin when it came out. I feel like I bought it, but I just haven't played since.
The sad part about the Kaching one is that she used to be my main, and then I
She
got
was my
Child,
main as well.
and then I've literally never played her since. And then I got Navia, and now I don't play Child, and like
Oh,
I'm
no.
just abandoning all of my characters. But I can't help it. Like, I still love him, but he doesn't play very well, and she plays really well. And also, I love looking at her hair.
Thing is, she has the black outfit, right?
Who?
Is it black? Kaching's outfit, the paid one, is it black?
It's
That-
like it's a dark outfit. It's like dark purple, I think.
Okay, I feel like I probably did buy it. I feel like I came back to the game and probably bought it and then just haven't played since.
That sounds about right. Fantasy gotcha experience.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of money that I spent on Grand Blue over the years is not good. It's probably
Oh, boy.
hundreds. I mean, I've spent at least nearly 2,000 on Valorant, which is even worse, and I wish I could have that
What?
money back. Yeah, the skins in that game are so expensive, and when it's your main game to play, it's so easy to spend money when you have
That's
disposable
true.
income.
The
And,
thing is, you
yeah,
do
I
play it a
wish I
lot, though.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing it much lately, but like, yeah, back then it was like, yeah, if I play this game all the time, why not, right? But yeah, I haven't bought much skins like since in the past year because I don't really play it much anymore. And it's just a waste of money now as well.
The thing is, if it makes you happy around the time that you get it, I don't think it's a waste. Not that I'm encouraging people to
Oh
buy
no, no, I
skins.
agree for sure. Like
But yeah,
I'll always spend money on games if in the moment I enjoy it.
yeah.
Because that's what money's for when you work, right? Like you spend stuff on
Yeah.
what you want.
You gotta enjoy it. I mean, it's like you're gonna spend it on that or you're gonna spend it on like, I don't know, food.
I'm
Wait,
not
that's a
spending food.
terrible, wait. No, don't spend money on things when you should be spending on food. But
Yeah,
like,
I spend money on food. Yeah, I love
yeah,
food.
but the thing is like, no, like you're gonna be spending it on like expensive food or listen, you're gonna be spending on disposable things anyway, you know?
Yeah.
That's where I was going with that. Not that you should forego food to buy things. That's not what I was saying. So, yeah, as I've done that multiple times. I've just gotten into such a thing of buying art supplies recently.
Have you been using them at least?
Oh, you know,
Understandable. You'll use them one day, right? That's what makes it worth.
that's the thing, yeah. I have actually been using them. I've been buying a bunch of like markers and brushes and stuff. Oh my god, I got some letter wax seals recently.
Well, that's a wax seal, as in like the things you see in like literally a wax seal that you use for scrolls, like those things.
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I put them in, wait. Oh, oof. I don't have the seal bit yet because apparently it's coming in March and not in April. I mean, not April, no, not in February, which is why I thought it was going to come. So I had to cancel that one and I ordered a different one and that's coming today. But yeah, I got these like, these are the wax things. I put them in like a little potion jar.
Oh.
So in a way, it's kind of, and then there's this thing here that like you use to put the wax in and then you heat it up. But I've got like a billion tea lights. Like, oh fuck. The pen down. Like those are all of my tea lights ready for waxing. Wax sealing.
Oh, damn. Wait, are they just like candles?
Yeah,
The pink one?
they're just tea lights. I use them for, I've got this thingy here. A tea warmer.
A tea warmer.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing.
That's what tea lights are for.
Oh.
The mini candles, they were initially used to put in tea warmers and you put your teacups or kettles or whatever on it and it warms it
That
up.
makes sense. That does make sense. I have no clue why I never thought that was a thing.
I didn't know. Well, I've been using tea lights for forever just to like light up my room. And I never realized why they were called tea lights. I just thought, I don't know, because they're tiny and tea stuff are usually tiny, right?
I see.
It made sense to me at the time.
It does
Hello,
make sense.
Satin. Yeah, Satin, you're one of the main reasons I've been buying lots of stuff because you were the person that initially told me about Ohuhu markers. And ever since then, it's been downhill. Although, look what I found. I found this acrylic white marker pen that I had lying around somewhere. So I'm going to use that because I've been buying those gel white pens to add highlights and stuff to my marker drawings. But I've been like thinking about buying an acrylic one and I had it lying around. So I was prepared. Don't have to spend more money. But yeah, I want to get back into watercolor stuff, which is why I'm going to go to the shop today morning. And get some brushes. Like some thin brushes, because I got a lot of thick brushes, but I don't have any fine detail ones. All right, I'm just going to let that dry for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I need to get some water to put to clean my brush. Okay, I got a glass of water that I took a sip out of. Not do that
Nice.
again, like I almost did before. I almost drank my paint water.
Oh god.
It has happened way too many times.
You've actually drank paint water or nearly drank it?
Nearly drank it. I did drink
Oh,
it
okay.
once, but that was when I was younger and dumber
Oh.
and not thinking.
It's
The
not
thing is, like,
sound good.
depending on like what colors you use, sometimes it looks like, you know, orange juice or fruit juices, and
Oh, no.
you forget. Because I drink a lot of fruit juices, and I just have cups with fruit juice in them.
Let's see.
Ow!
What have you done?
I was cleaning my nib and I stabbed myself.
Fuck.
This is guys, this is a dangerous life. Traditional art is not for the weak. Okay, we're not using a nib anymore. We're using markers. Which is the fun part. Okay, I think... Oh my gosh, it's not as scratchy as it was before. That means I'm getting better at using the G-Pen. I'm improving, just like in Bakuman. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we'll erase around. Hoping it's actually dry. Yay! Brilliant. I'm also gonna turn this to stop focusing. Dude, I'm actually kind of shocked. Like, last time we did this on Wi-Fi, the quality was so horrible, but it's actually pretty good.
The quality's really good right now.
No, I'm genuinely shocked.
Wait, when's the last time you've been to a meet in the Manchester server?
Not for a while. I haven't, like, gone there in a bit, to be honest.
I've been lurking, but I haven't gone to a meet in a long time.
I just like to do the art ones, but that's mostly with, like, Carol and all of them.
Yeah.
People that I know. And people that I know that I'm gonna have fun with.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I'd rather just hang out with friends.
There's lots of like cliques and drama in the server anyway.
Exactly. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. That's too much shit. I just want to go out and enjoy myself. Which I'm gonna do today. Yeah, I also had to like swear off drinking for a while because I fully blacked out like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh no, what happened?
It's not even like a cool story. Like, so I was with some of my ex-coworkers.
Yeah.
And some friends. And we were like, it was just like a couple of us. And we were at their house. We were like cutting up magazines to manifest the year. Totally normal stuff. There was tarot reading involved.
Uh-huh.
And I just brought like a bottle of gin and some sort of like tonic thing, but like I've never tried it before, and I don't know about drinking that. Yeah, no, but it was like it wasn't a tonic. It was some sort of like fruit thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up not liking the fruit thing, so I just had it straight up, and I had 2 glasses, like not even that much. I had 2 glasses, and I blacked out.
How much is a glass? Like the full thing being a glass, or more like a shot?
No, the full thing being a glass.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's quite a lot,
just
yeah. That's enough for me to get drunk, to be honest. If I had 2 glasses of rum, that's enough. So it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, that'll do it. But like, yeah. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck happened? I was cutting out newspaper clippings and manifesting the year. I was like sticking plants in my book. And I fucking passed the fuck out. And then I woke up to a bunch of texts sent to like a bunch of people. My sister was like, what the fuck happened? Because I sent her a message that was like garbled gibberish. I was like, I'm at blah 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 house. And she's like,
God.
what? Okay. I think for her, she was just glad that I was like coherent enough to send her a message that was like, I'm at so-and-so's house. And like, I sent a message to like a random server in Discord that had like, literally it was like, not one of my main servers, it was like a random one. And I just said like, blah, 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 blah. And one of my friends happened to be on that server and they were just like, she's drunk, don't worry about it.
Oh God.
I legit, that was the most embarrassed I've ever been. I legit woke up on the couch. I was like, I don't remember how I've ended up. Like, you know when you're drunk and you remember things, but you're like, whatever, I'm really tipsy, but like, I know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
That was one of those instances where I was like, I for real, like, fully passed out. Didn't remember how, like, when I passed out or like when I sent those messages. Like, when I'm drunk, I know when I'm sending messages. Like, it's gonna be gibberish. No one's gonna understand it. I'm not gonna understand it, but I know when I've sent messages. I didn't know that I sent messages to a bunch of people, and it was like waking up and being like, what the fuck have I done? I hope I didn't call anyone.
Oh no. I've never been that drunk.
No, legit, me neither. And over 2 glasses of gin and cutting magazines, like, that was not a reason to get that drunk. It really wasn't.
As long as you had fun, you know.
Yeah, I'm just glad it was like, I'm glad it was at a friend's house, and I'm glad like they were really cool about it. Like, if it were, I think if it were anywhere else, I'd be like, what the fuck? But it was fine. But that was when I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna drink anymore. I'm never drinking again, actually. All right, we are coloring. But I think it was because that was the first time I ever drank without having water or any sort of like drink, like a drink.
Like water?
Yeah, any hydration, like not even tonic or lemonade or something to go with it, you know?
It's pure alcohol.
Just pure alcohol. I mean, the first glass was with like the weird tonic drink. The second one was not. The second one was devoid of anything. Okay, I need orange. Let me get my sheet. Simish Coco. That's not what I turn into. Sim? Speaking
It's pure
Simish?
gibberish.
Okay. So I only have pastels, but the closest I have to a nice orange is barium yellow and salmon pink and black round. Salmon pink, black brown. There we go. Those colors. And then for skin color, let's go with grayish yellow. I need to get the skin color pack, but I need to hold off buying things. I have a whole trip thing for April, and I need to start saving up.
As in like an actual holiday outside the UK?
No, it's in the UK, but it's like all over the UK. Because some of my friends are coming over from Brazil and America.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
yeah, it'll be super fun, but they're planning a whole thing. So they're going to like all over the UK. And I want to go with them for some of it. But it's like staying at London and then staying in like Scotland.
Oh, that's a bit far.
Yeah, and like traveling around, like it's expensive.
I really want to go to Scotland one day as well. Like I have a friend that lives there, and I was supposed to go at some point, but it's just never happened.
I know, I've never been there either, but I really want to. So I'm very excited. What color should the dress be? Maybe the ribbon should be... Maybe the dress should be yellow and the ribbon should be like an orange. Edinburgh is like a big city I actually like the vibes of. I've heard that a lot from people, that Edinburgh is like full on city, which is weird because Edinburgh is the second largest city in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, then Manchester is like the third largest. London is the first, Edinburgh is the second, and Manchester is the third. Oh my god, I almost drank that water again.
Oh no.
I really got my bottle next to me.
I just closed Grand Blue and opened it up again. What am I doing? Let me close that.
I've done that so many times. Open up a game, close it, open it up again. I do that with Discord a lot. Like, I'll open it up and be like, alright, nothing to do there. Close it. Like, literally a second later, open it back up.
Yeah, I do that on my phone when I'm just laying in bed.
Like, wait a minute. Okay. Light tea rose. We'll use that for the skin. I'm gonna start. No more hiding. Wait. Look at the references. What kind of skin does he have? He's got very orangey skin. Okay, cool. Edinburgh is an art city? Really?
I heard it's like a drug city.
A drug city?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
I think my Scottish friend he goes to the University of Edinburgh or Glasgow. I can't remember which one. But yeah, I think Scotland is quite big on drugs, regardless of which uni you go to.
Well, I've never heard of that. Then again, I don't
Glasgow
really hear
normally
much.
is.
What about
Oh,
Glasgow
okay.
then?
Yeah, I think it's Glasgow. Flint just said that Glasgow
Oh,
normally
okay.
associated with that more. Yeah, I probably just got mixed up. I don't know. One of them.
Sullying the name of Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think Glasgow rings a bit more of a bell than Edinburgh.
It must be crazy living in Scotland though. Like, it's got two cities, and they're quite
Yeah.
close to each other. But then the rest of Scotland is quite like, I don't know,
Empty.
isolated, empty.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, more sparse. I guess that must be what it feels like to live kind of in south, the super south of the UK, like Cornwall, that sort of area, kind of far away from everything.
Yeah, I feel like in my area of UK, it's just Cornwall. Nothing
Just
else.
Cornwall and Plymouth. Plymouth is like, whenever I see a map of the UK, it's like barren, 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 and then Plymouth is like full of people for whatever reason, and it's like this tiny little city by the
Even is
coast.
Plymouth. Let me Google
It's just, I think
Maps.
it's just a tiny city near the coast. Teeny tiny city. Blackbrown.
Oh, Plymouth is that far. Yeah, that is so far. Yeah, I've never heard of these places like Bidford, Barnstaple, Exeter. I've heard of Exeter, I
I've heard
think.
of Exeter.
Where have I heard of Exeter before? I've never seen this on the map, but I feel like I've heard of it.
That's about
Exeter.
right.
I've heard of Bournemouth, Portsmouth, but yeah, I've never heard of most of these places around here. Around there.
This ink is not as insoluble as they say. It's actually mixing with this a little bit. Teeny weeny bit. There's an X in it. Its name stands out just a bit more. It's turned into a nobody. Oh fuck, that line doesn't match up with this. Whatever, I'll make it bigger. Did a quick check for webcams by this one. It keeps coming up for recommends. Ooh, do tell. Do I just color that the same color as the skin? Maybe I should. There's no skin. Logitech C920. My keyboard is currently on my books, so I can't reach it. Thank you, Flint. I will look into it. I'll keep using camo from now, just for a bit, because... My god, I've spent a lot recently. I need to stop. I need to, like, chill. Like, the special edition of Stolen Air came out, and then the Alice in Wonderland book, and then loads of things that I don't need. And then those art prints that I also didn't need. Alright, these colors are looking pretty alright, I think. 3 copies of that. Oh, sorry, not Stolen Air. Prisoner's Throne, the sequel. Yeah, that one came out. Well, it's not out yet, but the special edition is already available for purchase. Selene, listen, I would have forgot about it, so blame Selene. They were the one that told me. They were also the one that forced me to buy those prints. That was not me. This orange is actually so pretty. I just realized a cute detail that could have been added. A Thomas the Tank sticker. Oh, maybe we'll make the background blue and I'll draw like a little Thomas the Tank in the back. All very important lore details. It's also making this a lot more complicated than it originally was supposed to be. Okay, the only issue I'm seeing here is I don't have a dark enough hair color. One. There's black. There's a dark, ooh, potato brown. Wait a minute. Alright, potato brown is super dark. Dark yellow is also super dark. Alright, we'll do dark yellow and potato brown and try and see if that works. Tell you what, I'll add the Thomas bit with my fine liner so I don't have to worry about pulling out the ink again. Dressing myself out. What does Thomas look like? What do trains look like? This is like a whole thing. Well, no, it's fine. I'll just draw like the idea of a train. And meantime, get a warm grey. Yeah, that is not dark enough. Alright, let's mix some dark yellow. Oh, this is gonna be so dark. Fuck it, let's just go black.
You know, in the bottom right of your stream, the reference images, how does that work?
Oh, so I have a program called PureRef, and it's just open up on my computer. So I just have it like set to a window, and I move it around.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's just what I'm looking at on that. When I found out about that program, it literally changed everything.
It is really cool.
It's super good. Because otherwise I would just have my references kind of on multiple tabs of Pinterest. So instead I can just kind of copy paste them all in one program. Saves RAM and a lot of faff. Oh my god, the stress I get from using pure black. to the softer colors, and we'll come back to that in a bit. Yes, his dress was supposed to look a bit like a tangerine. I don't know where I was going with it, but it just manifested. I think a nice sharp coral pink. The Thomas bit I'm not super sure of. How do we do this? Maybe... Just realized the wheels kind of look a bit like tangerines. It's all coming together. And the background will be nice, nice bright blue. I know, there's definitely a lot more we could do with Tangerine, but I think for like a first time marker commission, I think this looks quite nice.
Well, this is a commission.
Yes. Well, I'm doing these experimental, like, not super expensive marker commissions just to like try out just learning how to draw. Because like my normal commissions are quite pricey for digital art, but for this one it's like £5. And then
So you post it to them?
no, I'll just scan it.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Scan it, and then I'm not opening this up to the public. It's just for friends.
Yeah.
Don't have to deal with like too many difficult things. But yeah, it's more just so I can get practice in traditional art. and people can get characters that they like. Or weird commissions like this, where it's Tangerine in a magical girl dress for whatever reason, Flint. Making my life hard.
I've seen like
Maybe.
drama on Twitter about big artists like scamming people. Not scamming people, but like I've seen a lot of stuff where like they have a backlog of like 9 months plus,
Oh
and
my
PayPal
gosh.
has like a policy of only 6 months, right? And yeah, it's
Wait, really?
yeah, like really big artists like doing VTuber commissions, like no, not basically ghosting people. It's pretty wild.
And PayPal doesn't like, PayPal lets that happen because they.
It's past 6 months exactly.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I don't even know why. Like on my Twitter, I see a lot of drama of like circles I'm not even in. But it's always
Random
nice to
art
read when I'm
drama.
like bored. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see Genshin drama. I see, like there's a bunch of Genshin drama like content creators that I've never watched or heard of, and it just appears on my timeline.
That is actually really funny because I follow lots of Genshin artists, but I never get drama like that. Where's my drama?
Yeah.
You're taking all my drama.
It's not like artists. It's like the Twitch streamers, the YouTubers. I've heard of the
Oh,
VTuber ones as well, like Niji-san or something.
Nijisanji, yeah.
Yeah, I heard of that through my friend. Actually, Shiro, who I was playing with before, he was telling me about it. The Niji-san EN branch there's lots of drama or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected from corporate companies that handle like idol sort of businesses.
Yeah.
Not that it's okay, but you know, I tend to stay out of those circles specifically because like I know that kind of drama is gonna happen. Like idol culture is very dangerous.
This could be a very dumb question, but like, when this kind of stuff happens, why don't we just like call out the people specifically rather than the organization? I mean, they could do both, but like it's always the organization and never the individual that's causing. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I think I get what you mean. Like, why don't they call out the people that were specifically involved in it?
Exactly. Like, why don't we just cancel the specific person and the organization? But you never hear of names. It's always just the organization.
I'm not sure. I guess because people wouldn't know the names behind it. Like, we know the VTubers and we know the company as a whole, but we don't really know the people pulling the strings, you know? Like, we don't know the talent agents by name or the PR people or the names
HR
of like
for
the
the company.
directors.
Oh, right. So when a VTuber is like in contact with someone, they're not in contact with an actual person they're talking to. It's more like the HR.
Yeah.
So that's why there's
So
no
they don't
names
even
involved.
know the people that are involved. And when you think about
Makes
VTubers,
sense.
unlike with an idol agency, it's a bit more anonymous. So they're kind of in contact with people through email and phone calls potentially. But I don't think they get to see them and have tangible evidence. Kind of like
That
they
does make
don't have,
sense.
yeah. They don't meet the people behind it. And I think the companies specifically don't let them meet them for those reasons because they know that they're shady.
That's a bit fucked up. Like, at least in like, I feel like in normal, or at least in companies I've worked in, every time you message someone from HR, they always have their like name in the signature, so you know who you're talking to.
Hmm.
But I guess that's not the thing when it comes to the VTuber agencies.
No, I
There's
think
no name.
any sort of like entertainment industry is gonna be very. They're gonna be very clever about hiding that kind of stuff because they know that they know that this kind of drama happens and that they know that they're the cause of it.
Let's see.
It's
I
a very
always feel a bit
scummy sort of
weird.
industry.
Like, if I'm talking to HR, I would want to know the person I'm talking to, not just an email and there's nothing there. Like, that would feel very disconnected. I wouldn't feel like I'm a part of the company.
Yeah, for sure. Even where I work, like everyone, well, everyone has to be like so upfront about like who they are with names and like contact info and where they're located and everything.
Yeah.
So even if like scummy shit's happening, at least you know you can narrow down where it's coming from.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, that's why I find that kind of like idol industry, all of that kind of stuff, it is quite terrifying. And that's always been well known in actual idol culture, but I think with VTubers, because it's quite new, not many people realize how similar it is to that sort of danger zone, especially when they're under NDA and contracts that forbid them from saying specific things to the public.
Yeah. A long time ago, there was similar issues with YouTube agencies like Maker Studios. After being bought by Disney and Machinima before a lot of issues kicked off, people broke off and went independent. Often gets taken advantage of while people are like, wow, I can actually make money with this. Yeah, I never really knew much about the Machinima thing. I remember watching Machinima as like a kid, like certain YouTubers, but then like, yeah, I think there was a lot of NDAs with Machinima that I didn't really see much drama of what happened.
Yeah, they definitely hit a lot of that stuff. I remember there were two YouTubers that I still watch, Dodger and Jesse Cox, who were part of Maker. And I don't think they've really mentioned in specifics what the company was like, but from what little that I've heard about it, it was like horrible. It was like they took a lot of their content, they kind of like essentially used them and threw them out.
God. Yeah, I used to love Machinima as a kid, but then I heard like they were really bad at treating their YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah, when it comes down to it though, the people involved, the YouTubers, you were watching it for them. You weren't watching it for the company.
Yeah, yeah, true. No, brought back.
Yeah. Okay, Flint. I want to add some accents, but I'm not sure what to add. I feel like the dress should have something more. Needs to be more to it. Think about what could be added in maybe line art and highlights. A belt section? Oh my god, a belt. Look up some magical girl belts. Ooh! Maybe something like this, where it's coming out like those, like these kind of things. Like a train wreck? What do you mean? I want to add a bit of blue. Oh, like a track. Okay. I completely misread that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll make that bit maybe a bluish. This is the silliest thing I've ever drawn. Oh my gosh, what is this? Let's get the pencils out. Again, my desk is just a slew of colors. Get the best one. Oh my gosh! I forgot I got gold, white, and silver gel pens to add to it so we can make it sparkly. We're getting real fancy here. There's something so special about the effect of pencil on markers. I don't know why, but it just adds so much. It just adds kind of texture. Like, I can't do a marker drawing without the added effect of pencils. Exactly, like, oh, how could this have been completed without it? It shouldn't make that much of a difference. Like, you think pencil is such a light and unintrusive medium that you think it wouldn't have much of an impact, but it does. It changes everything so significantly that, like, I can't imagine it not being there. Okay.
I'm too shy. Oh, I meant to mute myself. I was talking game. Yeah, I have some really weird people in my Valorant game.
Oh
As
no.
usual. This guy said, he said if I do not answer, he's gonna make me lactate.
What? I'm sorry, come again? I mishear you, or...
People who play Valorant at this time is actually crazy.
Oh my
He said
god.
because I play Sage, I'm breedable.
What?
Basically.
Ah! I want to boil my ears. Jay, sometimes you shouldn't tell me things. What happens in Valorant should stay in Valorant. Forever. And never see the light of day.
I agree.
What the hell? That's worse than the people in Overwatch.
Yeah, it is. Valorant community is definitely worse than Overwatch. It's worse than League.
No. Surely not.
It is. It's worse than League somehow. Because at least League, you don't have to hear people.
Oh yeah,
In
I
this
guess.
game, you have to.
Sometimes I feel like freedom of speech should just be taken away.
I agree.
Just a bit. Okay, I'm gonna use my shiny markers. Not very obvious, is it? That's true. It'll work on his knuckles. Come on. Nice some silver. Alright, the silver is very obvious. Go with white. This is so strong. This is way stronger than the other one. No, that wasn't even the acrylic one. That was just a normal white gel pen. Well, it's an Ohuhu brand one, and I did actually pay a lot of money for it, so I'm glad it wasn't a scam. I'm glad I finally spent money on something useful. Well, to be fair, it was on a lot of them. It was on like, I think 8 white gel pens and 2 gold, 2 silver. So all of that was in one. It just ended up being like a lot more than I initially planned on spending. But it's fine. Okay, Flint. Is there anything that we should add to this? Ooh, that looks... I keep wanting to add like a bunch of patterns. How we feeling, Flint? How we doing? We are at a line work stage. That's true. This was supposed to be a hands-off sketch. Yeah. Okay. I think we're done. I think this is quite a nice first page. And you know what? The Jude one, that's just above it. I think I quite like how the Jude one turned out. I was being very hard on myself for it, but I think it's actually pretty okay. Like it. I think the colors start to fade a little bit over time. The first stage, like right now, it's really bright, and then it starts to fade into what it should normally be. And I think it looks a lot nicer once it's faded. Because right now it's a bit like overpowering. But yeah. They need that drying time. Yeah, just like watercolors and other paints. It needs to dry a bit. Let's see what the back looks like. This is Ohuhu's actual paper brand sketchbook. Let's see how their sketchbook fares. Oh my god. Actually pretty good. It's not bled through that much. You can kind of see like the faint bleed, but it's not that bad. Surprising. Wow. Good work, me. I know, it's not looking cursed or anything. I'm wondering if I can fit one more, but I have to sketch it. A lot of effort. But the next commission was I have the list. Lag seeing, that was it. First sheet between. Yeah, I've got this. It came with the book. It's the Ohuhu anti-bleed paper. Yeah, I would not risk it. It's a new book. It was also more expensive than I thought it would be, but don't worry about that. It's okay. Yeah, we can fit lag seeing, I think, there, and actually fit another one below. You did. You covered like part of it with this. Thank you, Flint. Or maybe just use this section here for lag seeing. Yeah, we'll just do 2 in one page. I don't want to over-do it. This Minecraft music is looping. I need to find something else.
I mean, it's 4 hours long.
I know. It's a 4 hours long loop. Wait, how did you know?
It comes up at the bottom of your thingy.
Oh, right.
Right now you have cottagecore, spring, country, house ambience, uplifting nature, something.
Sounds calming river. Yeah, this is my go-to when I'm gonna play a bunch of copyright music. Post a tangerine before you start. That's true. I should. Well, the thing is, what I can do is take both of these images, then scan the page, and then edit it so that it doesn't look like the other images in the page. I know, using the big brain strats here. I could take a real quick picture, though. Okay. Camo is off. Oh, I need to date it. The 17th. Ah, oh my gosh. I love Tangerine. A boy. Alright, dropping it in creation station. What a weird one. Alright, let's put some rock on. Not the super react.
Super React. Well, you can do that in Twitch.
No, no, that was in Creation Station.
How do I super? Oh, I did that.
You did it!
Didn't they change
Congrats.
it now so you can do it like unlimited times or something?
Did they?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. How do I super react?
If you click add reaction.
What's I did a react. How do I super react? I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I feel like it used to be pretty obvious, but now
Yeah, no, it would normally write down react and then super react.
You click on the react button next to the search and there's a bit for super reacts. I am blind. Oh, enable super react. Oh, you have to enable it.
Enable it. Where?
You can't react to a super react with the same emoji. Okay, let me remove that one. Enable super reactions. There we go.
Oh, whoops, I reacted to my... Yeah, I love this too. Oh, it says enable. Yep, I see it now. Whoa. So you can, wait, you can do it as many times as you want?
It's like a, yeah. It
Whoa.
used to be pay to win, but now they removed it.
Thank goodness. Man, I'm so scared to use it. Now I can use it as much as I want. For anything. I'm gonna super react to everything. Let's go with new releases. Go with... Where's my weekly station? There we go. Discover Weekly. Let's see what they have. All right, we got some folk. Nice. Lemon girl. Busting up my keyboard for this. I can't believe Sleepy would do this. Lemon! The audacity of that girl. So this one's a wab.
What does WAP mean?
White-haired anime boy.
Oh,
You use it as your name for a period of time. How could you not
I
know that?
I
Fake.
forgot.
Fake wab. White hairy anime bot. Bro! How dare.
Oh no.
I will not take this blasphemy. Yeah, this is Black Blue's one. This is a character doing. I just need to come up with how to draw them. This is a lot easier because I'm better at drawing chibi types. And spreading misinformation. When have they ever done that? Alright, they're a very blue character. It's new information. It's not real. Bad information. Speaking of Harry, do you know that in America they say Harry as Harry?
Harry.
Harry.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Wait, no, it would be like Harry Potter.
Oh god. I don't like it.
It's so cursed. I don't like that word. Can't imagine being called Harry and just going to America and everyone's just calling you Harry.
Harry.
Horrible. Okay, and now to go into Pinterest. There's a nice pose I can steal. I mean, be inspired by. Oh my god! I found a cute art of the characters from Narnia. Let me post that in Flink Can Speak. Look at them! Mr. Tumnus. All right, let's try smiling. Let's do that. It's gonna be an ordeal. Move the eyes a bit lower. There. I think that's cute. I think that works. Yeah, because like all the images of this character are quite like they seem like just like a little kid. So I'm like, that's easy to draw. Kids have loads of emotions. There's loads of things to like, loads of fun expressions to do with them. And they seem like quite a reserved sort of kid, but then they smile in a couple of the pictures. So I'm like, oh, it'd be really cute if I see them laughing. Like they heard a really silly joke. There, he gets a big nose instead. Okay. Oh my god! You're right, it's 3 a.m. I'm so used to like just keeping going, and because we usually start at like 5 p.m. We started at like 11. That's okay, Flint. Good night. But preparing to wrap up. So. Time do be moving. Time is a constant. But I need to try and keep myself up. I just need to like not crawl into bed today. And like now I'm fine. I'm awake. I'm super awake. I'm not gonna do that. But the second it hits like 9 a.m., I'm in bed.
Just don't sleep.
I know. I just need to not. I need to do something. I need to do something to wake myself up. Maybe I'll make a coffee. Ew. If you climb into bed, you don't get to go to the art store. I know. I know.
But the bed is so comfy.
No!
It's so
Like an
tempting.
angel and devil on my shoulder. It is so tempting. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'll just read a book and that'll keep me awake. And like the second I crawl into bed and like read one word, like, okay,
It's
I'm gonna
over.
put the book
Yep.
down. Just for a few seconds. Just for a few minutes. Just like an hour. Okay, now I'm out. That emotion. I'm gonna floof it a bit. Just need to find a new obsession. That is true. You're right. That is what usually does it for me. Alright, between now and 9 a.m., I'm just gonna find something to obsess over.
I mean, since you woke up at 9 p.m., I feel like it shouldn't be too hard, right?
Right? That's what you would think. But it doesn't matter when I sleep. It's just that particular time that knocks me out. Even when I'm going to work and like I slept normally, I'm like, okay, 9 a.m. bedtime.
The EP consumes you.
So weird. It's like my body's not made for normal hours. Maybe I should just get like a night job. Speaking of, I'm planning on getting a job in the city.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As in, like, you found one, or are you just gonna look for one?
I'm looking for them. I've been putting off applications for a while. I've been at work and I don't like, I hate writing CVs.
Yep.
But I started this week. And we'll see. If all goes well, then I'll be working in the city.
How long is the train? It's like 20 minutes? 10 minutes? I don't
It's like
know.
10 minutes.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. It's really close by. It'll be about the same distance as my current. And I'm looking into hybrid working, so we'll be like, 2 or 3 days in office, and then the
And
rest will be at home.
yeah, hybrid's way better anyway. Like, full time in the office is just so
Yeah.
poopy.
No. Let's try that. All right. I'm going to take a break from using the ink pen. I'm just going to use a fine liner. I know. No, I said I was going to I said I was going to learn, but I'm not. I don't want to learn. I wish to live the simple life. Not wrong. I don't actually know the character or the series it's from. I'm going off of vibes. They said, go with whatever your heart says. Whatever you think the character's like.
I really sleep, but I don't want to sleep.
I'm surprised you've lasted this long.
Yeah, whenever I drink, I just don't want to sleep, but I know I should.
That is so weird. I get the opposite.
It's like I just want to stay awake because feeling drunk is nice.
And the after effects are not so nice.
Do you get hangovers?
Not when I drink water.
I feel like I don't really get hangovers. Like maybe
Ever?
I'm like tired in the morning, but I don't feel like I'm.
Throbbing head, dehydrated,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I don't feel that. Like maybe a little bit of a headache, but like not bad. Like it's definitely like fine.
Do you hydrate during it?
I do, yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why. You're
Yeah,
sort of diluting it as it goes.
yeah. I've had enough vomiting being drunk that I know to drink water.
That is smart. I wish I were smart like that.
I've had plenty of times in uni where I would drink and then I would be throwing up on the toilet. So yeah,
Not fun.
nope, not at all. I've learnt my lesson.
Do you not have work today? Oh wait, it's Saturday. Oh my god.
I did have work, yeah, yesterday, but not today, thankfully.
Oh no. Going back to work on Monday. Ew. I hate holidays for this reason.
I just never take holidays because when you work from home like 3 days a week, it doesn't feel like you need a holiday unless I'm actually going on holiday.
Yeah.
So my annual leave tends to be I tend to have a lot of it before the end of the year.
Ooh. That is nice though.
It is, yeah, because the year passes pretty fast, to be honest, when you're working from home and you don't really do much.
Hmm.
And then you get to the end of the year and you're like, oh shit, I have like a whole month left
And
to
you're
take
not
all my
like
annual leave.
tired out from traveling to work and back and
Exactly,
just
yeah.
sitting in office.
And walking distance.
Yeah.
15 minutes walking distance. Nice and easy.
That is actually the dream, like living close to work and then also working from home.
Yep.
You're not like exhausted every day. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to use my vacation hours that much
Yeah,
if
there's like
I
no
were working
reason
from
to.
home.
I don't have the money to go on holiday anyway. Crying.
Oh no.
If I had more money right now, I would love to like go travel, explore, but
Hmm. Where
I
would you
don't
want to
feel I
go?
need to. I don't really know. Like I would just like to explore somewhere. I don't know where. I think Italy would be nice, Spain would be nice, France would be nice. Basically any Europe country that's not UK. Do you go on holidays much, or do you just take like breaks from work and just chill?
um, no, I also like I'm saving up. I got no money to spend for holidays, but
Understandable.
yeah, I think the last time I went was like to France, and that was a bit ago.
France is nice, depending where you go. Like I went to south of France and like everything was so good, like the food, yeah, nice weather as well.
Oh my God, I was so unlucky. So I went to Paris for mine, and it was like raining the whole time. That was during summer or like
Oof.
springish. Like, come on, how is the weather worse than England?
Yeah, Paris is not that great, I've heard.
No, it's a weird one. There were loads of people walking their dogs, but like they did not want us to pet them. They were like, ew, tourists, disgusting.
Yeah, I heard Paris people in specific quite like rude as well.
They're quite rude. Well, I can understand why. It all comes down to like the tourism kind of feeding off of them, but they don't get any
Yeah.
of the money back. There's a lot of like them kind of getting exploited by their own government.
Oh,
I think that's mostly just Paris though, because that's like the big touristy place. Everywhere else
yeah.
must be a lot chiller. And there's also like adult shops on every street for some reason.
It told what?
It's really weird. Like there's like straight up adult theaters. I didn't even know that was a
Wow.
thing, but they're there.
What's an adult theater, like a cinema?
I think so. I think it's like a cinema, but like for pornography.
What the fuck?
That is very strange.
I think one time when I was like a kid, I went on a cruise. I would like to do that again, where you just visit a bunch of different European countries in one go.
Oh yes, a cruise.
Those cruises are nice. Like you just chill. You don't have to worry too much about like planes and stuff. You just relax on a boat until you arrive at the country, and then you have one day at that country and you explore.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about planning or anything, and you get to go to loads of different places.
Yeah. And then the cruise itself has a bunch of stuff like gym, spa, food, everything.
Yeah, and it's like because you're paying a lot for the cruise, everything on the actual cruise is, I think, free.
For pretty much, yeah. And cruises are, as long as I remember, like they're not too bad in terms of price. Like compared to like a holiday to a country where you're paying like cost for the hotel or
That's
Airbnb,
true.
cruises are not actually that bad in comparison.
Like when you look at the prices, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot for like just one cruise. But then when you factor in how expensive it is to travel to like just a different country, not even including the things that you do in the country, like just room and board and travel and all of that, it's already a lot.
Yeah.
And then you include like all the activities you do and how much money you spend on food, tour stuff, like whatever else.
Almost living be suffering.
I open the door and I spend £50. Because that's why I'm really excited about April. That's like, wow, I'm going to so many different places in one holiday. But I'm gonna be exhausted.
That's the UK one, you right?
Yeah.
UK, it's Scotland.
Going to Newcastle, Scotland, London. Although London's not that interesting for me. Like it's more me showing people around.
Yeah, because London's too busy for me. Too many people.
London's not a vacation for me because it's like I live there.
You live there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Work there.
before you moved, yeah.
Yeah. Like that's not special. Scotland though, that's gonna be fun. Scotland to me
Yes.
is like this unknown place.
I don't even know what's like when I think of Scotland, I just think of surely it must be green. Lots of green, right?
I just think of Sound of Music, the green plains and everything, because that was shot in Scotland, I think. And like Lassie, like those old movies where there was like giant hills and whatever.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Was that shot in Scotland?
I don't know. I feel like there must be some grassy plains in Game of Thrones. It must have been Scotland, right? I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
When I think of Game of Thrones, I always think of like the cities and everything. I feel like
Oh,
they
I think
didn't
of the
have like
big
they had like
plains.
forests and stuff, but I don't remember there being giant plains. Maybe
So it's now that you think, now that I think about it, you're right.
I think it's more like a Lord of the Rings kind of thing.
I've actually never watched Lord of the Rings.
Me neither. But I assume. No, my dad used to watch it. He had like the whole collection and everything, and he would put
I
it
heard it is
on.
good.
I hear it's really good too, but I would watched it when I was like a child. So for me, I was like, oh, this is boring.
Yeah, one time I was watching it at like a Christmas because they like to play it during Christmas, don't they, on TV?
Yes.
And I was partially watching one of them, and I was really invested in it. But then like the day was over, and I ended up going home, and yeah. But I liked what I was watching.
The day was over. It was Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. Yeah, no, one of my friends really, really loves it, and he keeps trying to get me to watch the director's cut.
Oh, but it's like 20 hours long, right?
Yeah. But part of me is like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I've never seen it. Maybe I should just go in. I can just draw during it.
True.
Like, it
Yeah,
feels like prime movie for me to just kind of zone out and draw and like chill. Because it's just like them running around and, I don't know, going up
yeah, it's not
hills
too
and
bad.
stuff.
I should probably do the same thing when I'm like working from home or something. Just put it on my side monitor while I do stuff.
Yeah. Like, have a little chill day.
Just lay in bed watching stuff.
Yeah, when I'm working, I can't watch anything too too attentive or like something that takes up too much attention. And I put on a bunch of K-drama.
I love how chill my work is, but it does get boring because it's just first line, IT support. You don't
Mm,
really do much. You don't really go anywhere unless specifically force yourself to.
I guess so. Would you want it
Oh,
to be more like involved?
I would, yeah, because like, when you get to, I mean, I'm 27 now, so you get to the point where you think like, what do you actually want to do with your life? How much money do you want to earn? What do you
True.
want to save for in the future? So I would like to have money, to move, family stuff like that, marriage. So and renting makes my money disappear.
Uh, I hate
So I
rent.
would like a house one day to make to make myself feel like at least my money's going towards something.
Yeah, I started a money box account and immediately stopped putting money in it because I realized, wait a minute, I can't save money right now. I need to get a better job. But it's a good start. Like you put in an amount of savings and then every year it takes a portion of that and doubles it
Oh, that,
or something like that. No, it doesn't double it, but like it'll
I'll add something.
yeah, it'll add like 1/3 of it until it gets like 4K,
That sounds too good to be true.
and then it just keeps adding like a set amount of interest every year, but like a big chunk. It's only for your first home, but it's really good for like first homeowners.
Oh,
I was like, you know what, I
okay.
might as well do that.
Yeah, I need to look into that because I remember no, not Lifetime. Some one of the bank ISAs used to be really good
Yes,
for.
yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But then they stopped that recently, which is like, come
We did,
on.
yeah. I
That's
used to
why I
have
did the
one.
money box one. But yeah, it's like, even if you can't save that much now, you might as well start it and add a little, and
Yeah.
eventually.
That's what sucks about the whole past year of me living like alone in my own apartment. Like I saved no money. My savings actually went down from the
Dude,
start of
same.
the year. So like li living alone is just not worth it. But yeah, now I'm living with a flatmate, so I should hopefully save some money.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it is a really, um, it's a really good flat, but like it's in a very expensive part of town.
It is, but thankfully I'm going 60/40, so I'm actually saving money compared to my last apartment.
I know. That's like an amazing deal.
Yeah, but I'm only having it for this year because I think he's going to be moving away at the end. So
Oh,
I need to figure out what I'm going to do this year, at least job-wise, because I want to earn more money. I don't want to go back to like not saving any money.
definitely not.
Why must adulting be so difficult?
You know, like to be 5 years old again. Have everyone dote on me.
Yeah, not paying rents, not having to worry about money.
Just playing Lego. Yes, I would like to
Exactly.
do that instead of rent.
Yeah, part of me wishes that I stayed with my parents and my family living at home, but then I know I would have just like mentally died.
Yeah,
So like I could have saved 10K, but at the same time I would have lost myself. So would it have been worth it? I don't know.
it really depends on like yeah, it depends on some people. Some people can do it. I'm like, whoa, good on you. I can't. I could
Yeah,
not.
really depends on your family. Like I feel like if I mean I have a little brother that's 20 years younger than me, and that's what makes it difficult. Like I probably wouldn't mind if it was just like my mum and my stepdad and my sister, you know. But
Yeah.
having a brother that's 20 years younger than you that's screaming every morning is just like I can't do that when I'm working.
No, that would be a
Yeah,
nightmare.
yeah, exactly. But
And then always being
yeah,
at home. Like when you're working from home now, you have a lot more privacy. But if you're with family, it would be you'd be like at home with them all the time.
yeah, I would want to go into the office.
Yeah, exactly. Like I get that a lot from my coworkers because a lot of them are they're like my age or a bit younger, and a lot of them live with their family currently, and they're always telling me like, oh, I can't stay home. Like I hate being at home, and I'm like, why? Why? And they're like, yeah, because like my family's there all the time. I'm like, okay, I get it.
That's yeah, completely
I
understandable.
understand.
I felt a little bit bad, but like my coworkers are all more on the older side, so they like have their own families, they have their own kids, and when you hear them say it, it sounds a bit more grim.
Oh
Like
my god.
they wanna go to office because they wanna get away from their kid and their wife. It's like what?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's it's pretty dark. Pretty yeah. I wouldn't want that kind of future.
No,
Like
no.
I'd wanna look forward to, you know, seeing my kid and like my wife and stuff. Not getting away from them, but I feel like that's a lot of British people, to be honest. A lot of
I
British
mean,
middle-aged
yeah.
people.
I think there's a lot of them kind of really push. Like, I get this a lot of work, but a lot of them are like, oh, yeah, I want to get married soon. And I'm like, bro, you're like 22. But it's like this idea that they have to do it.
Yeah.
and then they end up settling into relationships that they don't like.
I don't understand that, to be honest. Like, even my mum, she had me when she was 18, and I could not imagine right now if I did the same thing. I would
It's
literally have a
like
9-year-old kid, and I couldn't have imagined having a kid right now.
you would be
Not,
married and with child.
yeah, it's crazy.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I don't know how my mum did it, but I guess it was a different economy back then as well.
Yeah, different generation, different lifestyle.
Yeah, because my mum, when I was a toddler, my mum used to work at Primark, and that was enough. Like my mum working in Primark and then my dad working in a chippy was enough for them to pay off a mortgage and live,
Oh
which
my
is crazy.
god.
Like you couldn't do that now
Dude, no, I can't even do that. Like,
with an actual job,
with a, yeah.
like a full-time, office job, comfy kind of. It's
Oh my
crazy.
god, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, imagine working
Although, my
retail these
current
days.
job, I found out apparently you get paid more working at like Asda's and Tesco's. And I'm like, come on.
What?
Two of my coworkers, like, one of them has a master's in psychology, and the other is like working on their master's. They got rejected from Tesco.
Oh, I mean, I think Tesco do that because they don't want to hire people that are going to leave after like 6 months, right?
I guess so. I didn't think about that.
I got rejected from McDonald's because, like, literally same reason. I was in, uni computer science, and they didn't want to hire someone that was just gonna leave after a few months.
Huh. Maybe that's why then. I was like, I thought maybe their, I don't know, hiring process was just very, very strict. Like, you have to have loads of experience in
No, they just don't want to waste
retail.
money and time hiring someone that's gonna leave after they find a nice, comfy office job. They'd rather hire people that they know they're gonna be stuck with for like the next year or two.
Oh my god.
So they did tend to hire people that don't have a degree or, yeah,
That will have no choice but to suffer through them.
exactly, yeah. Someone that's gonna be stuck with them.
God. It is funny though. One of my coworkers, she's a lot older than us. She's worked at McDonald's for over, I think, 10 years.
Oh
Like,
God.
she started there really young. And it's so funny. She has such a loud voice. Like, I'll be in the hallway and I'll see her, and like I like have one of my wheelchair students, and like we're stuck in the hallway because there's a huge crowd, and she'll just come up and she'll like scream at all the kids like, get out of the way. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Like, she's worked in the service industry and had to like scream at people. She's got
Jesus.
such a commanding sort of presence. And like, people learn some crazy shit working in the service industry. It is mad.
Yeah, I don't miss retail at all. Or service.
You worked in retail?
No, I never worked in retail, but I worked in a Weatherspoons, which is kind of similar,
Oh
I
boy. Oh
guess.
yeah. I think I would count any sort of like service industry job as like equally painful.
Yeah.
It is a very hard job, and it's kind of crazy how a lot of people that are customers in that sort of industry sort of forget what it's like. Or not even forget, but just sort of like lack of empathy.
Yep. Do not miss it at all. I'll never work in it again. I need my comfy office working from home job.
Away from people.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need like a balance. I know that if I were working from home all the time, like if it were only remote, I would be like going stir crazy. But I need a break from people too. Like, I need that hybrid.
Yeah. Just I wouldn't mind working in an office more if I had like relatable co-workers kinda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, you said that a lot of them are a lot older and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I go into work and I literally don't talk to anyone. But working in IT is yeah. Because we don't really have any colleagues on the same team. Like we have three of us that work first line in the office and we take turns coming in. So we never really see each other.
I like the idea of you guys just kind of taking turns so you don't see each other ever.
Yeah, there's three of us, and we're only in the office 2 days a week. So if you're in on a Monday or a Thursday, you're alone. But if you're in on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, you'll be with someone. But even then, there's a chance that the other person doesn't come in because it's like, why bother?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I think it would be nice though to work in a team where you're actually working together. Like I
There's a
wouldn't mind
lot of
being in the
drama
office
that you
more.
get from that though.
There is, yeah.
Like it is good. It is just like I do like coming in and being able to say hi to everyone, like talk about things. And like you can make some really good lifelong friendships from that too. Like a lot of my ex-coworkers, we still keep in touch and you know, see each other all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of drama that comes with it. Like the amount of horrible relationships I've gone through in at work.
Oh God. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that because of the nature of IT support.
Like, everyone is separated. You get to like have space from everyone. Maybe too much space sometimes, but you never have to worry about drama.
Yeah. Just yeah, no, nothing to worry about. Just being bored at work. That's it. I think one of my colleagues just like never really comes into work. I mean, he does come into work, but he's 30 minutes late every single day. Yeah, he's. I personally don't really care too much, but obviously it's gonna have an impact on people in the office when someone's
Yeah.
not there or they're 30 minutes late and someone might need help, and it doesn't look good as well on the manager.
No, definitely not. The We had this guy who joined recently who would do that, except he was like he would come in at like yeah, he would come in 30 minutes late, but for us it's like 30 minutes late is you have responsibility with specific kids that you have to go and support and like go to their lessons and everything. If you're late, they could be stabbing someone and you should have been in that lesson. So they ended up firing him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you actually have to work with people or take care of people, then you should not be late.
And that whole like culture of like, we all talk to each other. It kind of works as a double edge a bit because it's like if you don't talk to people or if you try and like get by with ignoring people, it reflects badly on you. You need to sort of have this pseudo I care about everyone sort of mentality. Like, you want to initiate small talk at any chance that you get, and you have to ask them about their weekend, even if you don't care.
I struggle with that.
I used to struggle with it a lot, but I've sort of gone into the flow of like, okay, get this over with. Because then when someone doesn't do it, then the gossip.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would be fine with it if I actually had, again, like colleagues to actually work with. But when I go into the office, I'm literally sat on my own because there is no colleague. We work in a
There is no
WeWorks
colleague.
office, and it's just a bunch of different teams, and then there's me, who's IT support. The only time I interact with people if is someone walks up to me and they need help. That's it.
Yeah, I will say it is definitely easier when you know the people. Like if you're initially like, oh my god, when I first started and it was like a bunch of old people who had families, and then this one girl who started with me who's like, she still works there. She's an absolute dick. I hate her.
Oh no.
It was like between the old people and her, I was like, I literally dreaded talking to anyone. But then you had to. And that was a nightmare. That was actually the worst. And then more people started joining, and it was like people that were closer to my age and not huge dicks. And it's like actually fun to like talk to them.
Yeah.
And that's when you get the whole lifelong relationships and people that you want to hang out with after work.
Yeah, I've not experienced that quite yet. Actually, I think in my previous job, but the only problem was is that they wanted us in the office every single day of the week. Um, there was people around my age, but like they lived outside of Manchester. It's like Charlton area, like South
Yeah.
Manchester. It's pretty far from where I am. So there would be like work events and stuff, but I just couldn't be bothered going because it was so far away. And the pay was like absolutely like it was just barely minimum wage. So I just wanted to leave as
Not
soon as I
worth
could.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think one of them followed me on LinkedIn. I followed back, and they play Valorant, but like I never actually asked them if to play sometime. Like I don't know, I don't really reach out to people.
Mm. It's hard when you don't really have that sort of basis of like talking to them.
Yeah.
It is the boy Black Blue. It's your boy Black Seeing. He's manifesting. Wonky. What do you think? Is it like him? I was going off of vibes, so I'm hoping the color of the blue the blue is not the right color, and I know that. But my pastel blues are not working with this. I need to go into my midtones. Dark blue, like a deep blue. That works. All of my midtones. My desk is a mess. If you put a picture of it right now. Spicy Show's left eye. Yeah, I know a lot of the arts kind of have it covered. And I was planning on covering it, but then it just sort of like lifted up and I was like, fuck. Too late. I'm thinking maybe he laughed so hard that like he lifted his head up and it's uncovered. To be fair, I could always like go over it with a black marker and cover it up. Because I now have a really good white gel pen that can cover anything. So I'll probably go over it with white gel pen actually. Yay! I'm glad you like it. I need to. Ah! Oh my god. Yeah, I thought it would be cute to make him like giggling over something. Okay, Brilliant Blue and Cerulean Blue. I think Brilliant Blue is the closest. And then I'll try using some purples to make the blue. You know what? Okay, I have a plan. I have a plan. We'll use prune. Oops. Guys, wait. I have a plan. And then this, the shadows. I have to be careful. All right, that's feeling more like him. Yeah, that's what I really like about these markers. I think the way that they blend makes it feel very watercolory. As long as I don't leave it to dry too long, they can mix really well together. But for some of these bits, I think I can use the colorless blender. Also lighten it a little bit. Never knew markers had a blend tool. Markers are a lot different than I thought that they were. In my head, markers have always been like a children's sort of medium for art. And then I realized how prolific they are in the art community with like Copic markers and how expensive they are too. I think that's why I'm really glad that I started all of this stuff now. Now that we have like Ohuhu and lots of other brands that are a lot more affordable, like still expensive, but a lot more affordable. Instead of the era of just Copics. Yeah, I think like kindergarten teachers and primary school and You know, the cheap stuff. Because the thing is with those ones is they're not those aren't alcohol markers, but these ones are meant to blend and have that sort of texture. I'm so scared what the back page looks like. I was absorbing so much like water. But then you also have water markers, like watercolor markers or water-based markers, which are they absorb a lot in paper, so you have to really worry about what kind of paper you use, but they're really good for like blending and very good for mixed media. Gonna add a bit of red. Just stand out a little bit. What? We'll make the background prune. Have you ever thought of intentionally letting the marker bleed through the paper and use the back sheet as the art? I've thought about it before. I don't think I'm that skilled to attempt that yet. Maybe I should try it sometime. Add a bit more color here. Oh my god, 4 a.m.
5 more hours to go.
You need to go to bed.
I should.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
One day.
No. That turned it the wrong direction. No, I didn't sneeze. I dropped my pencil. Oh my god! It wasn't working because it wasn't connected. No way. Are you joking? There it is. Well.
It was lost connection again.
Come on. There we go. I got it working through my USB and not through Wi-Fi. Not that I needed to, because it seemed to be working fine. That should be even cleaner, even better quality. Aw, he's looking very cute. All right, it's time to add my favorite bits. We're doing the highlights. And then we're done. And I'm done with my first page. What? Shut up, Google. Finished my weekly discovery. Finish up. Ooh, let's try the acrylic actually. The acrylic is weird. That makes it too watery. Yeah, I'll just go over that in a bit with the fine liner and it'll look okay. Yeah, I think the bubbles work really nicely. It makes it look a little bit like a snow globe. And we have our silver pen. No, our gold pen. If it will work. Go. Ooh, that's really nice. Oh, let's try adding some silver to them. There we go, and fixed. Okay. What do we think? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yay. It's perfect. Amazing. And my job is done. I love this boy so much, and being happy brings me so much joy. I'm really glad I chose to make him laugh then. I just saw him and I was like, he looks so sweet. I don't want to like draw him like angry or anything. What's the opposite of that? Laughter. I don't know, when I see like a child character, I just immediately think, okay, I want to draw them as happy as they can be. Unless I hate them, then... He's kind of boy, he can have the worst possible day in all history and still be smiling. Aww. All right. Man, that was fun. I need to do more traditional art, I think. And today I'm gonna get those watercolors to do some watercolor painting.
And I would say for all of it.
You were here from start to finish, playing Valorant.
Valorant and Grand Blue, and then I played some zombies Call of Duty.
Oh my god. You went through a journey. We didn't know, but you were going through it.
Yeah, I should probably try and sleep since I am not a nocturnal. Not, yeah, I'm not a nocturnal
You
gamer.
are not a nocturnal gamer. And
Yeah,
you have to like I mean, you don't have work today, thankfully, but
thankfully.
you still
Yeah, I'm
can't
not.
ruin your sleep for like Monday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm working from home Monday, but I'm in the office Tuesday, Wednesday. But yeah,
That's true. That gives you a bit of grace period. But
yeah,
go
just
to
slowly
bed.
creeping up.
Go to bed, dude.
Yeah, I plan on going to sleep now anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was nice joining you anyway.
Yeah.
Good
Even
luck
if you
staying
were
awake.
like playing Valorant, it was like nice company
Yeah,
while I was
exactly. Yeah.
struggling. We were both struggling, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Right, enjoy the rest of your night anyway.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.
I'm gonna take okay, so I'll scan this. I'll just take a picture for now. I'll scan it when I in a bit. In a while when I figure out how my scanner works, because I haven't scanned anything in there in ages. And then I'll send it to you. Thank you for giving me a character that I enjoyed drawing. Like I know nothing about them, but I love them. And now? Wait! Shut up. Okay, now we're done. I've dated it. We're good. We're good. We're done. Okay, and with that, good night, everyone. Have a great one. Go do things. Farewell.